Hello everyone and welcome along to the Universal Design Grand Challenge Student Awards 2022. My name is Donal Fitzpatrick and I am delighted to welcome you to this year's event. This is the 8th year that we at the Centre for Excellence in Universal Design at the National Disability Authority have run the Grand Challenge competition. We're coming to you live from Engineers Ireland here in Clyde Road. We are delighted to have some of our judges here live with us in studio and to welcome our finalists and so many viewers online. It's great to have you all. So, what do we have in store for you this evening? We have 9 amazing finalists from higher education institutions all over the country. I can't wait to introduce them all. We have 3 Judges' Choice Awards in the Technology, Built Environment and Products and Services categories. And of course, it would not be the Grand Challenge without audience participation. The People's Choice Award is back. And all pre-registered viewers have been given a link to vote, and everybody else will have the opportunity to do so as well later on. The winner from each category will receive a trophy, a certificate, and a cash prize of €1,000. We are delighted that Enterprise Ireland are once again supporting the Grand Challenge. One of tonight's finalists will win the 2022 Enterprise Ireland Universal Design Commercialisation Award. Supported by the experts at Enterprise Ireland, the winner will be given the opportunity to explore the feasibility of their design idea. Please share the fantastic designs and ideas that you see tonight using the hashtag Universal Design. And if I can say to you, please, to capitalise the U in universal and the D in design. It just makes it far easier for people using some assistive technologies to read. Also, if you decide to post images, please try and include alt text. Let's make our tweets inclusive and try and use universal design techniques on social media this evening. Be sure to let the world know that Ireland is the centre of excellence for everything to do with universal design. To start proceedings this evening, I would now like to welcome the Chair of the National Disability Authority, Catherine O'Donoghue, to say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, students, educators and designers. I'm really delighted to welcome you to the Universal Design Grand Challenge Student Awards 2022. I am really pleased to have been recently appointed as the chairperson of the National Disability, or NDA. As many of you know, we are a statutory body that provides advice to the Minister for Children, Equality, Disability, Integration and Youth, and right across government on disability policy and related matters. Within the NDA, we have the Centre for Excellence in Universal Design, with the very important and challenging role of promoting universal design across government, academia and industry. This is the 9th year, I think, Donal, running the Universal Design Grand Challenge, and it is notable that we saw an unprecedented level of engagement by lecturers and students in this year's UDGC. We've also seen an increase in interest and take-up of universal design among lecturers in courses such as architecture, product design, ICT, engineering, and other related disciplines. One of the key messages of the Centre to students and designers is to allow your designs to be inspired by the needs of what are sometimes called extreme users, people whose characteristics and abilities are not routinely catered for in mainstream design. By designing for these extreme users, we can produce designs that work better for everyone. Our objective in organising this challenge event is to encourage third-level colleges and universities to make universal design a fundamental core component of all design courses. This will ensure that as those students move out into the workplace, that they will be producing designs that work for everyone. And we're delighted to be able to reward those students who have produced designs for the widest possible audience here tonight. I'd like to pay tribute to everyone who entered the competition this year. Our judges were truly blown away by the standard of work across our 3 categories. For those of you who have made it to the final, congratulations, you are all winners. It is a wonderful accomplishment to get this far in the competition, and you will receive a certificate to mark this achievement for your portfolios. And to the lecturers who teach universal design, we thank you sincerely for all of your efforts. You are the people who kept the higher education sector going in these past few difficult years. You are a significant part of a movement which continues to build a world that is inclusive for all and enables equal access regardless of a person's age, size, ability, or disability. And we would also like to thank Enterprise Ireland for their support of the UDGC once again this year. As Donal mentioned, one of our finalists will receive the Enterprise Ireland Universal Design Commercialisation Award for their design. This will give them the opportunity to conduct further research and to explore the feasibility of bringing their idea to market. So for everyone tuning in from home, sit back, relax, and enjoy the great designs that you will see presented here tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful evening and enjoy the celebration of this new talent and universal design. And now I'll hand back to Donal to take you through the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much indeed, Catherine, for those words, and I wish you every success in your new role. And now to the competition. All entries were adjudicated by our panel of international judges. They provided us with a list of 9 finalists, 3 in each category. The 9 finalists received pitch coaching to help them perfect the presentation of their design ideas. And last week, we held a judging panel in each category where each finalist pitched for 7 minutes to a panel of national experts. The national and international judges all commented that the standard of this year's competition was extraordinary. The Universal Design Grand Challenge wouldn't be possible without the expertise and dedication of our national and international judges. On behalf of the team at the Centre for Excellence in Universal Design, we thank them so much for their time and commitment to the competition. Later in the event, you will be asked to cast your vote for the People's Choice category. In the YouTube description below, you'll find a link to see more about the 9 finalists. I encourage you to browse through the entries now to help you make your decision when you vote later on in the People's Choice Award. When choosing your favourite, I ask you to just think about, can the design be used by all people regardless of their age, size, ability, or disability? Does the design represent a high potential for success in its intended market? And does the presentation effectively communicate key ideas about the design in an appealing way? Voting in the People's Choice category will open once we've met all 9 finalists. I'll let you know when and how you can vote later on. And remember, this is your chance to vote for your favourite. So take the opportunity when it crops up. Our first category this evening is technology. This is always a popular category with students and one where we see a huge variety of ideas coming through. The criteria here are designs that can be used by the widest range of people possible, regardless of age, size, ability, or disability. We were also looking for designs that had potential for designs in the marketplace. And as always, the standard of the presentation by finalists in this category was outstanding. Our first finalist this evening is Tessa O'Shaughnessy, representing Technological University of the Shannon. Good evening, Tessa. You're very welcome.
Thank you very much, and it's great to be here.
It's great to have you. Would you like to go ahead and tell us all about your project idea?
Absolutely, thank you. My project idea is called UDBIM, which stands for Universal Design Building Information Modeling. And it's essentially a plug-in software toolbar that assists designers that use 2D and 3D building software. So it helps the software user design buildings with universal design considerations. And it checks for cross-compliance with building regulations and universal design guidelines. Not only does it do that, but it also considers how the building is shown to people that aren't familiar with the type of software. And it does this by showing the building through virtual lens. The software itself, the toolbar, can be used by a number of different adapted aids, such as adapted keyboards, computer mice, and voice control technology.
Fantastic, Tessa. Thank you so much for your presentation. It's been great to hear about your project, and the very, very best of luck to you this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our next contestant is the Jessica Okoye, who represents a team from Trinity College in Dublin. Jessica, how are you?
Hi, good evening. I'm good, thank you.
Oh, it's great to have you with us this evening. Thanks for joining us. You're representing a team, as I said, from Trinity College.
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. Would you like to tell us all about your idea?
Yes, so we came up with a device called Pildora, and the aim of Pildora is to give one control over their health and well-being. I mean, we all know people who suffer from chronic illnesses or are diagnosed with multiple illnesses and have to take lots of medications. And a lot of them forget to take their medications, and this can have serious adverse effects on their health. And in Ireland, for example, the people who are in this situation often get their medication dispensed in blister packs. I brought one to show at the pharmacy. And Pildora solves this issue of forgetfulness by reminding people through the use of auditory and visual alerts to take their medication, and even giving them instant and easy access to these medications. And it does this with the various technology components that are housed in the 3D printed device. And so regardless of whether you're hard of hearing, you have issues with sight, or you suffer from dexterity issues, your age, whatever, it's accounted for. We accounted for all of that in the design of the project, of the device, sorry. And Pildora basically is an affordable medication adherence device that ensures compliance to medication regimes to just generally improve the outcome and quality of life of the user, and transforming healthcare one day at a time. Thank you.
Jessica, thank you so much. It was great to hear about Pildora. Thank you for sharing it with us, and the very, very best of luck this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Our last finalist in this category is Sabrina Smart, representing the University of Limerick. Hello, Sabrina. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us this evening. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Would you like to share your idea with us?
Yeah. So I developed the digital resource, the Poetry of Emily Dickinson for Leaving Certificate students. And the aim of this is really to reach all learners. So to reach those learners maybe in the classroom who don't learn in the same way as other learners. So it's interactive and well, I suppose firstly to start off, universal design is a fundamental element of it. So from its beginnings, Articulate was used to build it so that you can use it on your phone, on your laptop, or on a tablet device. The content then was also very important, a very important element, and the design. So sans serif text, for example, is used so that you can easily read it or maybe use assistive technology, but it's also in different formats. So the content is, there's audio recordings of it, it's downloadable should you need to use it on maybe a system that the system does not, it's not usable on it, or you can also listen to it. There's also different resources, so podcasts and links to like other information. So from the Emily Dickinson Museum, that would be useful for students to learn from. So universally, it's for all learners, whether you come to the Poetry of Emily Dickinson Junior Leaving Cert at 15 or 75 or 85, that it's accessible to all. And also, as we heard at the start, for learners where maybe they just learn a different way. So as I said, there's recording with different representation, different ages, different genders, but also there's different accessible ways, different accessible points to the exact same content. So you don't lose out on the content and the content you need because of the way you come to learning and the way you really need to learn. So
Sorry, Sabrina.
Fundamentally, sorry.
I have to interrupt you there. All to explain to our viewers, all participants were given 1.5 minutes to actually pitch their things. We were delighted to hear about that. And I remember Emily Dickinson well from my Leaving Cert. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Sabrina. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now that we've met our 3 finalists, 3 very, very different, as I mentioned earlier, 3 of great variety of entries. We've met 3 finalists. The time has come to reveal the winner in this category. Representing the judges in the technology category, I am delighted to welcome Brian Dalton. Brian, how are you this evening?
I'm very good, Donal. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Great to have you with us. Brian, would you like to tell us first what was very special about this particular category? What was it like?
If I can say from the outset that all of the projects that were presented were to an extremely high standard. Each of them really demonstrated the principles of universal design, and it really is great to see what can be achieved once universal design has been factored in from the very start. It was great to see the range of projects, the diverse range of projects represented too. So, the winner of the Universal Design Grand Challenge for 2022 is Puldora, represented by Jessica Okoye.
Jessica, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, fantastic. Congratulations, Jessica. Well
you
done
so,
to
so
you and
much.
the entire Pildora team. Do you want to
Thank
tell us
you.
about that? Do you want to talk to us about your team and what you did?
Oh my God. It was a project in school. It was for the biomedical device design project, and this was what we came up with. And so we spoke to multiple healthcare assistants and pharmacists and, our grandparents. And I'm a healthcare assistant myself, part-time. And I understand, what particularly elder people go through while, trying to manage their medications. And so it's just based off of the interviews we had, there was a need that had to be met. And so this was the route we decided to go with the project.
And a lot of teamwork.
Yes, a lot of my team members were amazing. Tony, Isabel, Alex, Ruben. It was such a joy working with them.
Great stuff. And your supervisor.
Yes, obviously, I cannot, the project will not be the project it is today without Professor Trinalali. She was amazing throughout this project. Her, constant support, her guidance, all of the TAs who checked in, with us every week to ensure that we are right on track. It's amazing. I want to just thank everyone who contributed in any way, in some way, shape or form towards this the realization of this project, I want to thank, the judges, everyone at the Center for Excellence in Universal Design. I want to thank you for all of the, weekly emails, the help with this competition. We don't take this for granted, truly. Like, we're just really, really appreciative of everything.
Well,
So
we really
thank you.
appreciate that, Jessica. Thank you very much. Let's hear from Brian why your project was selected by the judges. Brian.
Thanks, Donal. Congratulations, Jessica and team. Really, this project brought together a very complex range of hardware and software solutions to produce a very elegant solution which can be used by a diverse range of people with many different needs. It really showed a thorough amount of research and a thorough knowledge of the diverse needs of many people. It's been a pleasure to be part of this competition today. It really has. Thank you so much for having me here. And with that, I'll hand you back to Donal.
Thank you, Brian, and many, many congratulations to our two finalists, Tessa and Sabrina, and to our category winner, the Pildora team from Trinity College Dublin. Really, really well done. It's a great thing. Our next category is the Judges' Choice Award for the Built Environment. Both the international and national judging panels were at pains to emphasise the quality of entries in this particular category. Universal design in the built environment seeks to provide buildings, spaces, and interior designs that are inclusive of and work for everyone. So, our first finalist in this category is Marianne Kerblatt, representing TU Dublin. Marianne, good evening.
Good evening.
You're very, very welcome. It's great to have you with us here today.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell us about your project?
Yes. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Quiviner's project, CEUD, which is a concept for an adolescent rehabilitation residence located in a state-of-the-art example of residence to be a guideline for designers to use. This project is a place where the environment is safe and inviting, a place of hope for freedom from their addictions. We worked with different opacities of glass in partitions or windows to create private areas while allowing the staff to keep an eye on patients. And we designed organic shapes such as soft curved walls and furniture to create a peaceful and calm environment. We decided to incorporate a rewilding scheme on the large grounds surrounding the buildings. And the canteen and group therapy rooms have to have a central part in the building, physically and visually. We also designed bedrooms to sleep 2 or 3 patients because it's where deep conversations happen, and it encourages patients to open up faster in the program. So we designed this project to spread awareness of Ireland's dire need for a well-designed rehabilitation center. And we want to thank Sarah Byrne and Tracy Dalton, who without them, CEUD would not be the same.
Thank you so much, Marianne. That was really, really interesting. It was great to hear that presentation. We're delighted that you joined us and presented. Wish you the very, very best of luck this evening. Thank you. Our second finalist in this category is Lorna O'Callaghan of Munster Technological University. Lorna, good evening. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Great. You're very, very welcome. Delighted you could join us here today.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell us about your project?
Yeah, so my project is the old steel mill, which is based in Skibbereen, West Cork. I repurposed a derelict shell in West Cork to a community multi-purpose building. The fragile framework left in the building became a vital component of the conceptual approach. I designed an open plan space that offers a cafe, hot desking, exhibition, library, and a multifunction room, expanding over 4 floors within the building. This range of functions comply with the building regulations and will allow the community of Skibbereen to engage within the space. My goal for this project was ensuring that the universal design needs were incorporated in the design rather than standing out. This was achieved by designing bespoke partitions that merged form with function. The end user's experience centers on these partitions, creating a variety of possibilities within each floor.
Fantastic, Lorna. Thank you so much for sharing that project idea with us. We really appreciate your presentation here this evening. Very best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our final finalist in this category is Julia Veku, representing TU Dublin. Hi, Julia. How are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
Good. You're very welcome. Glad you could join us here this evening. Would you like to tell us about your project?
So my design looked at converting the County Lucan Bar, which is one of Ireland's premier wedding venues in Ireland, and I wanted to convert it into a nursing home. And the name of the project is Marshmallow Housing, the nursing home for tomorrow for seniors. And the reason I've named it Marshmallow Housing was because of the building's history location site, it being surrounded by this flower. And I also derived my concept design from this. And I also looked into different areas such as color psychology to ensure that the different needs, not just physical, but also the psychological needs of the seniors were met and successfully being achieved. And I also wanted my building to be diverse. And by doing so, I didn't look into the needs just of the elderly, but I also ensured that all members of the building, for example, the nurses, the doctors, and all staff members are included in this design. And I've done so by offering a whole entire floor for the recreational purposes. And I also wanted to step away from the current practices which are seen in nursing homes. And this is the reason why I wanted to take on the challenge to design a nursing home.
Thank you so much indeed, Julia, for sharing your idea with us this evening. It's great to hear about it. Very, very best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted to introduce my colleague, Ruth O'Reilly, of the Centre for Excellence in Universal Design, who is representing the judges in the Built Environment category. Ruth, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Donal.
Good. You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us. Do you want to tell us a bit about the category? What did the judges make of the category this year?
Absolutely. So the judges noted that all of the projects this year were very well researched, and they showed a real commitment to universal design, and notably this year a commitment in looking at the psychological well-being of building users and occupants. And they found it really encouraging to see that students were using universal design principles from the very beginning of the design process rather than as an add-on aspect. And they felt that the competition, including the research aspect, is a really excellent opportunity for students to focus on how universal design can inform and inspire their design projects from the very outset. So the winner of the Universal Design Grand Challenge Building Environment Award for 2022 is Síocháin, the Adolescent Residential Addiction Rehabilitation Centre, represented by Marianne Cabrat. Congratulations.
Marianne, well done. Congratulations to yourself and your partner, Caoimhe Murphy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Do you want to tell me how did you come up with the idea?
Well, it started with Caoimhe's cousin, who works in a rehabilitation center in Ireland, and Sarah expressed to us how important it was to think of psychological well-being of patients in these centers, and how today most of them are really dark and cold and uninspiring. And so we understood that there was a need for more residences like this to be open up across Ireland and to feel safer and more peaceful.
Fantastic. Well, it's a great achievement. Congratulations to yourself and Caoimhe. Let's find out from Ruth why your design was selected for this year's winner by our judges. Ruth?
Thanks, Donal. So this project was very well researched, and it illustrated understanding of a very complex building typology. And the excellent research was then translated in a very elegant way into the final design. As well as responding to the particular brief, the layout incorporating universal design principles allows for adaptability into the future. And the judges felt that the research and the approach to this project has the potential to support further development and understanding of this building typology. So congratulations again.
Thank you very much for that, Ruth. And again, congratulations to our finalists and also to our winners, Marianne and Cuiva. Great stuff. Our next category is the products and services. This is always a very popular category with students. Again, the criteria here are designs that can be used by the widest range of people possible, regardless of age, size, ability, or disability. We were also looking for designs that had potential for designs in the marketplace. Congratulations to all of our finalists in this category. Again, the judges spoke really, really highly of the innovation and the standard across this particular category. Let's meet our first finalists, Emily Whelan, representing a team from the University of Limerick. Hi, Emily. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Good to have you with us this evening. You're very, very welcome, and representing a team, as we said. Would you like to tell us about your project, please?
Yes, of course. So Sam Meany, Jack Hart, Harry Madden, and I are Team Eye Care. We found that administering eye drops can prove to be a difficult task, especially for many elderly users and users with poor arm dexterity. This can cause negative effects to an individual's self-confidence and can impact greatly on their day-to-day life. Our product, the Eye Care Assist, is a universally designed eye drop application device that rests on the bridge of the nose. Usually using a mechanical leverage and a lightweight design, it reduces the need for pinpoint accuracy, upper arm strength, and steady hands that you would usually be needed to administer eye drops. It works in conjunction with standard eye drop bottles, allowing for easy cleaning and virtual zero maintenance. The device enables users to self-administer their eye drops easily and safely at home in the comfort of their own home, regardless of age, size, ability, or disability.
Thank you very, very much indeed, Emily. Really enjoyed that. Thank you for your presentation. Great to have you here this evening, and best of luck to you and the team. Great stuff. Our next finalist is Daniel Byrne, representing a team from Trinity College Dublin. Daniel, good evening. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, you're very welcome. Great to have you here this evening.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Would you like to tell us about your project, please?
Sure. So, hi everyone, my name is Daniel Byrne and I'm a part of the Wheelchair Door Assistive Device team. Our team consists of 4 students from the Master in Biomedical Engineering program in Trinity College Dublin. We came across this problem during one of our modules in the Master's program when we interviewed Jared Gallagher, who is the head of disability in Trinity College. One of the main struggles that he encountered was the opening and closing of doors, a task that hindered his independence as a wheelchair user. Working with Jared through multiple design iterations, we created a collapse that can help wheelchair users to reach door handles, to open and close them, and to keep doors open so they can safely pass through. We found that there are 75 million wheelchair users worldwide who struggle with this task that many of us just take for granted. Our goal is to help these wheelchair users become more independent and improve their quality of life. Our developed device is suitable for all wheelchair users. It is simple, intuitive, portable, light, durable, and cheap. We've provided our 3D printer design for free on our website and hoping to make this solution available to all wheelchair users. So please, I ask you all to spread the word and support our mission to improve the lives of wheelchair users. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much indeed, Daniel. Really interesting again. And we're delighted that you joined us this evening. Very, very best of luck to you. Thank you. Thank you. Our last finalist in this category is Ciara McGowan of IADT Dunleera. Ciara, good evening. How are you?
Evening, how are you?
Great, thank you. Good to have you with us this evening. You're very welcome. Would you like to tell us about your project, please?
Yeah, so my project is called Fido, and it was originally inspired from my own nan, who particularly during COVID-19 experienced chronic isolation and loneliness. But it wasn't just my nanny who was affected, it was also pets, and I found my own pets who are now suffering from chronic separation anxiety. So I set about to help both of these demographics by bringing them together through my service called Fido, which connects elderly people in our communities to local dog owners through the Fido application. So the project was designed through universal human-centered design approach. So the application itself is fully responsive across all platforms. And not only this, the application was designed with accessibility in mind. So it's fully You can like change all the accessibility settings to suit the user, and the service is also aims to create intergenerational community connection and foster long-term thinking within the community to not only sort the problem out now, but also in the long term as well.
Ciara, thank you so much for sharing that really interesting presentation with us. Great to hear about that project, and the very best of luck to you this evening. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. So, the time has come to discover the winner of this category. Representing the judges in the products and services category, I am delighted to welcome Yvonne Wild. Yvonne, hi, how are you?
Hi, Donal. It's lovely to be here.
You're very, very welcome. Delighted you can join us this evening. Would you like to tell us the judges' comments on this particular category, please?
Sure. The products and services category included a really good mix of well thought through products and service design solutions. The designs were skillfully presented using compelling stories that represented extensive work on the part of the entrants. And the judges agreed that the future looks very bright for design in Ireland. And so the winner of the Universal Design Grand Challenge Products and Services category for 2022 is iCare Assist, represented by Emily Whelan.
Emily, congratulations. Well done to you and all the team. Congratulations.
Oh, I'm so happy with that. Thank you very much.
Great. Tell us about, where did you mentioned briefly where the idea came from. Would you tell us a bit more about that?
So my mom is actually a nurse, and before going into my final year of college, she actually mentioned
Well, thank you, Elle, very, very much indeed for your patience, and sorry for the technical difficulties that we experienced there. It's the best traditions of doing an event live and on the internet that something like this just can happen, and it's just one of those things. So we're going to pick up maybe a little bit, we're not quite sure where the stream drops. So let's go back and talk to Yvonne, and let's find out from her why the design idea, that would be iCare Assist, in the products and services category, was selected as the winner by the judges. Yvonne.
Thanks very much, Donal. My pleasure. The iCare Assist, we thought it was a really simple and elegant solution for a common problem that can be easily used by a wide range of people. It was very well presented as a new product, and it was based on lots of research and development. And congratulations to Emily and the team.
Yvonne, thank you so much, and to all the judges for that. That's much appreciated. Now, we can already see that a lot of you have actually cast your vote in the People's Choice, but just let me repeat the information in case anybody missed it earlier on. Those of you who have pre-registered for the event have already received your link to vote in your email. For everybody else, the voting instructions are on the screen. Visit app.sli.do and enter code 7178842 or scan the QR code on the screen. You will be asked to enter your name and email address and accept the Slido terms and conditions. Then make your selection and press the send button. Remember, it is one vote per person. Voting is now open, and in fact has been for a few minutes, and will run for the next 10 minutes more or so, roughly. Before we go into our next category, let's hear from Dr. Ger Craddock, Chief Executive Officer of the Centre for Excellence in Universal Design. Ger, how are you? It's great to have you here this evening.
Thanks very much, Donal. And you're doing very well there considering drop in technology, etc. So well done.
Thank you very much, Ger. Would you like to tell us, Ger, a little bit about the centre and in particular the role that the centre actually plays in the context of, well, we're all here for education, you know, sector this evening. So all about the centre and education.
Thanks for that. I suppose just setting the context that we're living in very challenging and changing times, like from an economic, social, and particularly environment perspectives. We see universal design can have a huge positive impact on how we design our futures together for a more equitable, inclusive, and sustainable world. Therefore, we see the philosophy, principles of universal design, and particularly universal design approach, as key enablers to challenge and change the thinking in how designers and practitioners both change and implement our environment, be it in the built, product, services, information, communication technologies. This means we need to educate the current and next generation of designers to be mindful of how they design our futures. In short, universal design benefits everyone and disadvantages nobody. I suppose I would just like to give two quotes. One from Victor Papanek. I'm holding up his book, which he wrote back in 1971, Designed for the Real World, Human Ecology and Social Change. It was much ridiculed at the time by a lot of designers, as in Pied Piper, but as you will hear from one of his quotes, particularly the last paragraph in the book, where he talks about design, if it's to be ecologically responsible and socially responsive, must be revolutionary and radical in its truest sense. In this way, we may have a chance of survival through design. That was written over 50 years ago. I think very relevant to where we are today. The other reference is from a significant international conference. I'm holding up the tome here, quite heavy, Transforming Our World Through Design, Diversity and Education, which we did with one of our universities, Technological University Dublin, in 2018. And a key reference from that, for a fully inclusive education and social environment, practitioners need an emotional response to fully engage with and understand the barriers that exist and the facilitators that are needed to bring about the necessary change. Our response must be emotional. We must feel the need for change and challenge our values, beliefs, and assumptions. So that's the speech from the mountain. So coming back down to the nitty-gritty detail of what we do in the centre, we're very much part of our work is to support educators to incorporate universal design in their curricula, teaching and their examinations. Also in the broader dimension of universal design, that is the built environment, such as the classroom, sporting facilities, etc., along with the IT infrastructure services, teaching and learning, often called universal design for learning, are universally designed. We've developed a range of resources from introductory lectures to full module on universal design, as well as animations such as Meet the Normals. These resources, plus many more, are freely available on our website, universaldesign.ie. We are, of course, always willing and eager to assist lecturers and researchers in higher education and wish to continue our strong relationships and links and develop new friends in the sector. So we reach out to us if you feel you need our help. Our ambition is grounded in our statutory remit. It's not just to see CEUD, Universal Design, taught in some courses of education, but it's also to have universal design as part of accreditation criteria for engineering, architecture, computer science, design courses in all higher education institutions.
Hello again, everybody, and again, you're all very welcome back. Can I thank you all for your patience as we have dealt with some very, very unexpected technical problems here in Clyde Road. Anybody who's been involved in a final year project examination where the thing has just fallen over will know exactly what we're going through. So just bear with us, and again, thanks for your patience. We're about to close the voting in the People's Choice. It's been open for slightly longer than 10 minutes, but that's fine, because it gave a lot of you the opportunity to vote. So the voting will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The voting in the People's Choice Award 2022 is now closed, and we'll have to wait a few minutes to find out which of our fantastic 9 finalists has won that award. While we're doing that, and while people are counting votes and doing whatever they need to do, we'll move to our penultimate, or second last award, which is the Enterprise Ireland Universal Design Commercialisation Award. This award recognises excellence in applied research in the higher education sector and the need for business development expertise to complement researchers' technical expertise. I am delighted to be joined this evening by Dr. Tom Bannon from Enterprise Ireland. Tom, how are you doing?
Hi folks, how are you?
Are we with
us, Donal, how are things?
It seems that we don't have Tom with us, unfortunately, just
Yeah, no, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Tom will, as soon as we have the stream up, will be able to tell us all exactly who's won the Enterprise Ireland Commercialisation Award. In the meantime, I can tell you that the voting is being counted in the background, and my colleagues are working hard to figure out. There's been so many votes that it's very, very, very tricky to see who's actually won. I'm looking forward to finding out who that actually is. So, in the meantime, as we wait for Tom, again, I want to pay tribute to all of our 9 finalists, and indeed the lecturers and other people across the academic institutions that they represent who have worked so tirelessly with them to bring fantastic projects to fruition. So, as we again wait for Tom, I'll just say that we at the Centre, as my colleague Ger mentioned, not sure whether you heard, that we have a range of resources that we can supply to you in terms of universal design resources, modules, all that kind of thing that will enable you to deliver your universal design as part of your courses. We also have given guest lectures, etc., and we're more than happy to continue to do so. Tom, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Great stuff, Tom. Thanks very much. You hung on. You're welcome this evening, and thanks for bearing with us during all the technical thing. Tom, would you tell us about this category and what Enterprise Ireland are looking for in the competition?
Well, I suppose it does what it says on the tin. It's about commercialization. What we look for in the academic circuit, really, and the environment are people with great ideas that blend good technology that solves a problem that people would be willing to pay for. And that's essentially it in its simplest form.
And will you tell us a little bit briefly about the prize that's on offer this evening?
Well, it's a €15,000 grant, essentially, that is given to you and your college team to employ a consultant to help you to go out into the market and to establish if it's commercially feasible, if you develop your product and turn it into a company, do you think there's a way forward, a path forward to the market to get out and sell it? So essentially it's to try and understand what trends are going on in the market, the competitive landscape, patents, the patent landscape, essentially what your competition is doing, what the buyers are doing. So all that kind of understanding of what you need to do and what you need to learn about in the market that you're trying to get into.
Fantastic. Would you like to tell us now who's won the category?
I certainly will. Well, the winner of the Enterprise Ireland Universal Design Commercialisation Award is Pildora from Trinity College, represented by Jessica Okoye. Congratulations, guys.
Jessica, you're back with us again, I hope.
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hi, congratulations.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Tom. Hi.
Well done.
How are you?
Done.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you.
No worries. Myself and my colleagues will be working with you to help you to further develop your idea.
Fantastic,
Thank
Jessica.
you.
Jessica, we're delighted to have you with us here this evening, you and your team. Congratulations to you and your supervisor.
Thank you so much.
Really well done to all of you. Tom, to you and Enterprise Ireland for your support of this particular category. We are forever grateful, and we look forward to hearing and seeing great things from both Enterprise Ireland and Jessica in the context of this project.
And Donal, just to say, I know there's disappointed people here tonight, but please understand this fund is open to all academic institutions. This commercial feasibility fund, you can find it on the internet and you can apply. Luckily for Jessica, she's bypassed that whole that process, but we are open for applications. You go to your technology transfer office. If you believe you have a good idea that could become a great Irish company, please come and talk to us.
Super. Tom, thank you very much indeed for joining us this evening and for bearing with us during the technical problems. Thank you. And again, onwards and upwards for the Pildora team from Trinity College. Well done indeed. Well, now this is the part of the project that I really like. I get to announce the winner of the commercialization, not the commercialization, that's just been done, of the People's Choice Award. And can I just make very clear to absolutely everybody that none of our 9 finalists who are in for this award this evening, nobody was asked to spend 2 weeks in the jungle or eat dodgy food or anything like that. So all we asked them to do was to come up with great designs, and every one of the 9 finalists we've seen this evening have done just that. So, without further ado, as they say, the winner of the 2022 Universal Design Grand Challenge People's Choice Award, voted for by you, is Pildora, represented by Jessica Okoye. Jessica, you're back with us again.
I am, yes I am.
Well, I think the fact that this is the 3rd time you've been back with us, I think at this stage, can you tell us the names of everybody in your team?
Gladly. My team members are Isabel McGrath, Ruben Ezra Strons, Alex Kennedy, Tony Mockler, and myself, Jessica Okoye. I'm short of words, really. I don't know what to say. We're all grateful, each and every single one of us was so thankful for this opportunity. We don't take this for granted. I want to thank everyone who was involved in this project. I want to thank our professors, the TAs, especially Brooke and Celia at Trinity College Dublin. I want to thank my group members for being amazing throughout this entire process. I want to thank everyone at the Center for Excellence in Universal Design, the judges, everyone who, saw this process through. I want to thank all of our colleagues, our course-mates who came in to vote for us. Thank you to everyone, really was so grateful. Thank you.
Well, Jessica, on behalf of everybody here in the room, and I'm sure those online, we'd like to all offer you and your team and your supervisor and everybody associated with this project the very warmest of congratulations. We'll be in touch to discuss getting trophies and certificates to you and indeed to everybody over the coming days. But
oh yes, and I forgot, sorry.
Thank you.
I want to thank And a special huge thank you to our supervisor and Professor Trinalali. She's been amazing and just invaluable throughout this entire process. And like this wouldn't have been possible because she pushed us to, put ourselves forward for this competition. And it's been an amazing and surreal experience. A special and huge thank you to her for everything she's done for us.
Well, thank you for doing that, Jessica. We appreciate that. And we indeed at the Centre would like to thank your supervisor and all the supervisors who've worked with you and all of the other entrants into the competition this year. So thank you very much. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that's basically it here from the Universal Design Grand Challenge 2020U. We've seen some fantastic design ideas this evening. Every one of our finalists presented should be celebrated for their achievement. Certificates, checks and trophies will be on the way shortly, as I mentioned a moment ago. And to all the finalists, well done on not just getting this far, but for the truly fantastic universal design ideas and presentations you made. I know the experience will stand to you all, and we hope to see more of your incredible universal designs throughout your careers. Keep sharing using the hashtag Universal Design, and again, do remember to capitalize the U and capitalize the D, and also to add alt text to any images you use. To the lecturers who teach universal design, you are the real heroes to us. Keep doing what you're doing, and we will continue to support you in any way that we can. To our national judges, you continue to provide the support we need at national level to increase demand in the job markets for graduates with universal design skills. You also encourage the further inclusion of universal design as a criterion for certification and professional accreditation of courses. Thank you, sincerely. Universal design is an international movement. To our international judging panel, thank you for your support, and we look forward to continuing our collaboration with you. Some special thank yous, if I may, from myself and a lot of and the Centre. To Janice Valentine for preparing our finalists for their pitches. Our ISL interpreters, Michael and Margaret. Shane and the PCR team for live captioning. Greg and the social media team at Content Plan, who have been working tirelessly to keep things going over the last few weeks with lots of social media posts across different platforms. The entire AVCON team for managing our broadcast, and particular for dealing so promptly and effectively with our technical problems this evening. Karen and Con at White Light events, goodness, what can I say? They have been the driving force behind a lot of the organisation and have been a wonderful support to me in particular and my colleagues who are involved in organising this event. To my colleagues at the Centre for Excellence in Universal Design and the National Disability Authority, most especially to Linda Rowan, who really has kept the show on the road. This is my first year running this event. Linda actually knew what she was doing. I didn't. So it was really it was great to have Linda on board this year, and I can't thank her enough. It was fantastic. That's it, folks. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thanks for bearing with us during our technical problems. We hope you enjoyed the evening as much as we did here. Roll on, Universal Design Grand Challenge 2023. Thank you and good night.